Fun. Fun. Don't. With every iteration, it gets more corrupted. Video games, video games, video James, bidet James. We're going different directions here. I've just been talking to myself, waiting for people to show up. Making sure there's something going on when people show up. Don't mind me. Pull a unit. Pull a unit. Oh yeah, I was looking for a magic weapon for Guy to make him less bad. He's currently bad. No dice. I can give somebody speed. So if I make Funny Gambler get speed. Now his evasion is also increased, which means his funny thing I gave him that scales on his whatever. I don't think I have a good reason for pull though. No mounts. Deft is Dex. There you go. Hold that for me. Yeah. Weird dearth of people that use agile weapons. That's a weapon. That's weird. Wait, that says add 25 gold to caravan, target self. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and I don't have a strong opinion about who should get pull. I'm gonna leave that alone, I think. Back 2 issues of skill issue. Alright, let's do this first one. Get this triangle again for reference. So like if I want this guy to have a good start, I'm just do a little swapsies there. Oh, they got a lot of guys out on this field. They let me deploy 7 dudes. Alright, this works for me. 12 rounds. Defeat the leader Starblind. Where's the... Fight! Okay, I get it. I'm pretty sure I get it. I think this is... I think Galea is the person and Draco is the familiar. Because it's funny that way. Alright, hang on. So there's a thing here. If like 2 stacks of a wager to this unit, then fight a full. And then if you have triggered each time this unit succeeds a roll during a fight, misbind attack hits an attacker or lands a crit, apply 1 stack of chips. And then at 10 stacks of chips, inflict high stakes. So we're gonna bop this. This is a very different game now. I increased hits both ways. I forgot to turn animations off. I got how many stacks of chips? 6 stacks of chips. Get owned. Yeah, poker chips. He's a gambler. Gonna hit me for 11. Don't think I can change that. Attack up to 3 random units in this range for 18 damage. I think this is gonna be... Alright, I was gonna say, probably only gonna hit him once. Died anyway. I always get exactly what I want. Setzer? Yeah! The lad. I missed Final Fantasy VI. Oh, I hit him 3 times. Wait, why did I hit him 3 times? I need to know things. This shouldn't just happen. Show me info? Show me info? Unyielding. Gain +1 bonus attack, 1 per stack in each fight unless this unit has disadvantage. Activated at 10 dex. And her dex is not shown. That is Bridget? No. Show me the stats. You 10. Okay, yeah, she does have that much. Okay, so this thing, this wager skill. Ah. No. Where's the with +1 bonus attack, which is not damage, it is number of hits. Got it. So, I hit him 3 times now. With the funny katana. Yeah, Bushido's not that good. I wish it was better though. I wish it was as good as it feels like it should be. I don't know. I have such a love-hate relationship with Final Fantasy, but one thing that's kind of critical to the whole experience is that I tend not to like it when they make their characters effortful. So like, I don't know, God, now I gotta remember people's names. Dang it. Machinist. Edgar, thank you. Yeah, like, Edgar is like, pay attention to your environment and pick stuff up occasionally, and you get stuff. Right? And then he's good. That's all that's required to get good. And then you have, like, Gao takes forever to get good. And then, like, Cyan takes a long time to charge up stuff. So they just don't feel good in comparison. It's like, you can design them differently. The thing is, and this is just kind of like generally true, Gao can be good. But he's not going to be good on the level of effort that your typical player is going to see. That is just the fact of the matter. He does damage off of magic, so I don't care about strength growth so much. I guess, could I hypothetically get... Man, I need a little bit more info in this UI. Because I need to know what he could get in... with his growth. With his whatever the item was that let you get a new weapon. Catch of the day. Apply 2 stacks of Hunter's Mark to a random foe. Can't target a leader. -2 def and res. When this unit is defeated, apply 2 stacks of Hunter's Mark to a random ally. That's fun. Oh, I gotta replace. Yeah, you're right. There you go. I don't even remember everybody, to be honest. It's been... I like the game, but it's been long enough that a lot of stuff is fuzzy. And also... like, for better or worse... Why don't you have your weapons? Where's your weapons? Why did the weapon UI go away? I need info. Where's the info? What did I do? That's range. I don't want to do end player phase. I just want to see whatever. All right, now they're back. But okay, so there's little sketch girl, right? And her grandfather. And I'm just totally blanking. I think grandfather is Strago? Strago? I think? But they're just so late. They don't take as like, you haven't had time with them, because then they're World of Ruin characters, so you... I guess spoilers for a 20-plus-year-old game. Realm, there you go. Alright. Oh, you know what? Oh, wait! Wait. Has he had Turtle? Or have I just been wrong? Hang on. Show me your info. No, he does have Turtle. And he also has a skill book for Turtle. Okay. I'm gonna let you go for a walk, Stinker. So I can recruit this person. Which just gives me a free body on this map. They come with gear. Grant experience to a unit equal to the amount they would gain from killing this unit. If they level up, you choose which skill they learn. Ah? This unit gains access to the caravan during an encounter through their items menu? Bro. Bro. That's very silly. That's so whack! Alright. Yeah, Go-Go's goofy. Everything is goofy, let's be real. Wait, to a random foe, so just anybody? Nice. Oh, I have to do the gentleman's game to get chips. Okay. Okay. I thought. There is one point of reference, and it is Setzer. Cool guy, Setzer. Uncool guy, anybody else. Oh yeah. I got pad the round because I didn't respect the 2-tile hill. Okay, they do have to be in range. Makes sense, but... Oh, I should have done the mastery thing. Dun 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 dun. Okay. I was vibing with the music from the previous zone, but this is a weird, like... God, I had a thought in my head about general vibes, and I lost it. Yeah, the thing totally left my brain. I cannot think. He's got a violin now? Skillful, +2 dex and +10 avoid when this unit take damage, relinquish all skillful. When one of your units is healed at or below 50% HP, apply 3 attacks of skillful. Okay. What a... Busted. That's not what I was thinking, but does work. Alright, crit, don't fail me here. Nice. Not in range. Esoteric Manual, which presumably is a better skill. Alright, so I do the funny wager on the boss and get high stakes right at the end. That's a little rough, actually. Moss chips, though. Still ended up with 8. What is encouraged? Plus 15 hit and plus 2 POW. Well, that would have been a good idea. Instead of getting... I think she was using like a rabbit, I got a bird. Transmute items, buy magic weapons and flying mounts. Okay, that's a weapon style they cannot normally learn. Oh, he could use the light weapon. Hang on. Boom. Alright. 6, 10, 10, 10. 4, 15, 10. Gain advantage against Druid and Gambler units. Or 20, avoid during this unit's phase. Okay. There you go. You got... Don't have any more light weapons. I mean, he is using the scalpel like all the time. So what if we just bring this over here? Because the hatchet has no skill. It is just worse, except for that the Kirpan has minus hit. Okay, the actual shop. We get a thunder. Target as a foe, then attack them for POW -5 magic damage, and repeat for every area of the unit in the area of effect unless they've already been attacked. I don't know, this seems good because there's not getting a lot of use out of my items right now. There's no point in selling them. Now I can sell them. And it matters. Hey, who gets the esoteric potion? Oh yeah, we should probably give a turtle to another person. There you go. You got turtle. Sprint! Temporarily inflict 1 Stack of hinder on this unit, then move this unit's move range. Okay, so almost a double move action. It's kind of cool. Just run across the whole map. Where did it go? Does he have, oh, he has 0 slots? Now she goes very far because she's on a big horse. Alright, out of here. Take a key? Yeah, man. Turn some stuff into some stuff. Let's see. Cal 6, Cal 7, plus defense. Not what I expected. When an attack is required to activate weapon skills. Who's had a... So, somebody had a weapon where the skill threshold, the dex threshold for the skill is super high. This one is 12. That's 6, that's easy. 10, she's got 4. Six, 8, 7. All right. So you. A little bit closer. I just don't know. Oh, he's got a magic slot. There you go, stinker. All right. This might be stupid. There. Regen to all units, -2 health potion, clumsy to random unit. Fast to all units, -15 gold. I have so many health potions. Super 7, I don't read the runes. Is that what that means? I wish I had more information looking at my thing. I mean, do you want to communicate to people in English? Is this money related? He's a scholar plus. Scholar monk. Otherwise known as Van Skunk. You're welcome, SPL. What is she supported by? Two speed within 3 tiles of an allied druid or gambler. So that's 1 space too far. So if I were to, for example, must attack with Galea. Makes sense. Big cheeps. That helps some. I don't expect you to expect anything except for what I am. I have never implied anything different. Love me, SPL. This is a big hitter. While I'm mounted, this man unit can swim while moving. Sure. First swimmer. This is bad. Why are you slow? Why are they fast? Everybody just stayed put? I keep losing. Okay. Poison bush. See? I don't understand there. It's good that things get highlighted. Nope, poison bush. Poison bush. Don't stand there. Bomb. Plus magic XP growth? Just go crazy on it? The druid skill is kind of cool. I mean, eventually this is going to slow down, right? I'm going to get fewer levels over time. I already forgot what the burrow is for. That's too damaging. I don't like that. Jeez Louise, don't get hit, I guess. Is she slow? Yes, but she is. Why is she slow? Oh, that's what happened. At some point I replaced the music with the funny gambler music. That's goofy. Alright, take that tile off. Take this tail and go. Every now and then your boy just pops off. Might as well jam out. Anybody got cool dropped items over here? That guy's got a key. Not really. You got the skill score. Okay, this guy is the guy to go for. That's it, though. You got an angry face. Calculate POW by adding plus 30% of max HP instead of magic. Matter over mind. Man has no weapon. Just realized. He's just hanging out. There's so much going on at one time in this music. I'm trying to put it together in my head. Because it's like, it's vaguely Jake Kaufman-esque. Yeah, I'm not crazy there. It's got a little bit of Shovel Knight energy to it. This is like alternative music for King Knight, you know? Dang, straight missed. I think this B section is not Jake Kaufman-esque, but I think the first part kind of is. Bow bow. Conduce. Common support skill. Birds of a feather. Gain +1 move within 3 tiles of an allied scout or collector. Sure. No, I was not familiar with that name. Well, now I can get Teach. Little off the top. Gain +2 POW and Def while fighting a unit who is at full HP. That's not bad. Oh! Lol. Know people by one name. Not the other. You know what? I think it might be faster if I do this the other way. So you kill this guy. Take the accuracy. Alright. And then Horsey go. I don't want to step in the poison bush. Kind of put myself in a weird spot here. I think I'm just gonna... It's actually pretty dangerous, except for the fact that she has 48 health. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, dang, okay. Give it a second. There's a gamble right there. %74% chance to wreck this man. And then... decent chance to get wrecked in response. Anyway, we like to gamble. Ignore stat penalties from weapons. It would be good to know which weapon I was using, so that I could check this. Really get a random weapon that can be wielded by this unit. 50% chance of uncommon or better, so I can get a better unit, a better weapon. And then the... Ooh, they both take up skill slots. Wait, Requisition takes up a skill slot? I need more information while on the screen, man. Alright, I'm taking the common because I like the skills I have. I love caravans. They're so handy. Nope, wrong buttons. Wrong buttons. Once upon a time, you had to do all of your management with throwing stuff around on the map. And if you pay attention and put the mental effort into it, you could do some pretty silly stuff with that. It's good. It's fun. Well, it's not good, but it is fun to get good at it and feel clever. Nonetheless, having had modern conveniences, I never want to go back. What's the... he's supported by what? The gambler or the doctor? +5 hidden and +10 avoid when there are no allies within 3 tiles, so he actually benefits from going away. This guy's got a banana peel. Replace the fight action with scatter shot. Fight a random foe. Oh man. Put that on the gambler. I just never escape high stakes mode now. I'm stuck here forever. I hope you like this baseline, man. You know what? Sprint is probably actually a good idea for this position. I could make everybody bleed. I could make 3 people bleed. Probably need to retreat, actually. Oh, I got bled. Triggers attack up lead on damage unit. Alright. These maps are kind of long. Like, it is a lot of space. Alright, we do need to hit this guy. Let's not forget about him. This skill takes up a skill slot. This unit doesn't have any skill slots. Well, that's fun. Rare skill I can't touch. Sure, whatever. What has failed? Why stealth areas attack decreased by 1 each round? 2 rounds. Why's it got a funny symbol? Crit, save me. Oh, that was the boss. Whoops! Yeah, I missed a couple items around on that map. Whoops! Sure. Hunting bow from a chest. On the ground. Okay. Campfire regain health. Everybody's healed now. Star blindness to random militia unit. This unit uncontrollably fights the lowest HP unit they can reach. When the unit is defeated, relinquish all Starstruck and Star Blindness. Other units can't calm this unit. I want to see what the question mark associated with this is, even though this is obviously a good thing. Explosive potion, so an item. So kind of okay. Alright, we're going deathmatch. 2v2! Alright, he's the one that got blinded. I think... You know what? I think she kills this guy pretty much immediately, and I think he just automatically beats up this dude, and it's fine. So yes, we accept this. Okay, she doesn't quite kill this guy immediately. Alright, and then he's gonna ask on his own. Bam! Easy. Easy! Title. Stance change. Fight a foe with minus 15 hit and plus 8 PAL. That is... maybe okay? And then pickpocket. Actually, he can't lone wolf. It's not possible. Easy! Win a deathmatch in the arena. Got a diamond. Rout the enemy team, a diamond. A double diamond. Now I have fat stacks of cash. Overswing. Triggered upon damaging a unit fight. Apply 1 stack of Terrifying Presence to this unit, which applies 1 stack of Terrified per stack, which makes them suffer 1 of... okay, 1 avoid barely matters. Extra Attentive. And an extra plus 75% experience? Then we've got some subclasses. Increase the ally units crit by 10 if they have advantage. When using a magic familiar, your units get an additional plus 10 avoid. I'm buying both of these. Alright, I'm gonna get a skill slot for a person. Can I give it to Stupid Head? There, now he can get 1 normal buddy skill. Alright, alright, alright. It'd be nice to get a little bit more information about these classes. Like, do I want the monk-a-monk? I don't know. Increases magic scaling. And speed. So, like... So, like, gambler? Actually, all subclasses increase speed, and I think that's, or all of these at least, and that's funny. For you. Alright. What do the scoot do? Strength, dex, speed. Somebody was slow a second ago. I think it was Guy. I think Guy... Eh. He's also dumb. This is a good, well-rounded one for my Battle Mage. Oh, I see that it just excludes the stats it doesn't affect, so... Druid does not affect strength, so it is excluded. Oh, I'm out of money for the last one. I will have to sell something. I mean, I am not using this pole. Do we scout the doctor? Scout the warrior? Just make him hit really hard? Yeah, hit him really hard. Oh, you know what? She didn't even deploy, did she? Because we were using the other girl. No, she did. I think she was the last one to deploy. No, yes. We're gonna work on that force of nature thing. Just a node. Fine. Deathmatch me again, bro. I don't know that I want two bows in this one. He's tankier. Oh, I can't use the funny gambler. Like, where's that guy? You know, she's not actually very fast. Nah. There you go. She's dull, which means -1 mag. Oh, she's level 2. She's been around too long. And then she's the person who I recently got. Okay. Well, fine. Probably fine. Could always just blast everybody. She did what? Ready parry always attacks second during a fight. Okay. She's the girl that's been using the barrier magic that we should move things to. Bonk. 2 death matches. Ah, ah, ah. Alright, one thing I'm gonna do real fast. There you go. That is somebody who can use that thing. Oh boy, I can't wait for this music to be overwritten by Cool Guy Gambler music. Wait, we got... Oh, buffs. I said they're like... Relationships? Friends? You're the outside party? Is this a doorway? This is a doorway. Alright. This is fine, actually. Alright, I'll see you around, SPO. Which is to say, hope to see you when you get back. Let me scroll the map. This unit's base range is 1. Always? I put him on the wrong side. Alright, I think this makes sense. Fight! Hey, that's the first one of these that's being honest with us. Sultry morality? Let's go. big crits. This man has a void of 83. Just cuckoo pants. This guy has a hit of 88. This unit's base range is 2 to 3? What does this mean? Does this mean if I stand right beside him, he can't do anything? It sure does, even though he's using a sword. In that case... That's so funny. Sucks to be you, buddy. When do I get a longbow? Give me a longbow. Alright, actually, you know what? 5 people on this side's probably too many. Okay, so your base range is 2 to 3. So you're gonna hit me before I can do anything. That's what you're telling me. But you're gonna hit me with barely anything. So come here, nerd. That's weird. People walking up to you and being like, yeah, my range is different than you expect, sorry. Foes must target this unit whenever they are able to. So if I... Very interesting. What if I'm here? Okay, so there's like a range restriction. Whack-a-doodle. This guy's pretty evasive. Why? It's just a scout druid. Okay. The gambler's actually not very accurate. I feel like more of you guys should be swinging at me per turn. The door's shut? That probably explains it, actually. I see that this one requires a key, and this one does not. I think I have 2 keys right now. Alright, alright. They're gonna hit me through the walls. That makes sense. It's the same as that affectionately named map in Fire Emblem Fates. I think it's Conquest 17. It's the right one. Wait, no, it's in range. Okay, yeah, I'll regen my person. Can I push it into a door? Nice. Buckshot, game power +2. Fighting at range. Fighting at this unit's min range. That's funny. 15, pickpocket. I think Overdraw is really good. I think we're not really going into a weapon of choice, so maybe Buckshot goes there instead. I do have to open the door, which kind of sucks. Well, that was funny. I totally messed that up. Nobody had any comments about the Fates map, huh? Everyone just took it at face value. Yep, he's probably right. I was talking about how all these guys have modified ranges so they can hit you through walls. You have to slowly approach them like a specific Fates map. Conquest 17, I think. I said it was the map known as by its affectionate name. It just needs, this map just needs traps. It's one of the few that got a chapter-specific community nickname. But I don't know, maybe you not remembering it is funnier. Apply light step to any unit. Fly instead of walk while moving. When unit's turn ends, relinquish all light step. That's cool. Alright, how bad is everybody's hit rate? 82. He's got it 94, 95, 97, 112. So this guy might actually hit. Nonetheless. I dare you to try. Oh, here we go! Overwrite. Music overwrite. Silly. So, is she gonna keep this? Nice. Bro, don't step next to me. I'll hit you. Do I want to double a half? Nah. Okay. Magic Burst is how far? 2? Dang. You know what? Screw it. We just open the door. Can I disable the gambler music, actually? Also, I'm gonna run out of time. I have 3 turns to whack this guy. I didn't know what I was getting into, man. Oh, he needs a... Shoot. Okay, Guy has access to the convoy, so he'll do it. Dang. Nope. Gambling music forever. It goes on forever! Alright, I gotta open that door this turn. I gotta flood the zone. Can I gamble again yet? Alright. 4 hits! At very little damage, actually. I might die from that. Can only be used once per encounter. Yeah, apply Bodyguarded to a unit and Guardian to this unit. Bodyguarded. If a Guardian is in the area of effect when a foe initiates a fight against this unit, Guardian takes the unit's place in the fight. Okay. That's kind of cool. I think that makes more sense than stance change, to be honest, even though we just got it. Actually, your move is how far? You have 1 more, so you wouldn't be able to hit the guy if after I went through the doorway. Alright. Yeah, we are legitimately have to kill this guy in one turn. When you exceed the limit, the Stardust starts to build, so it's not an instant loss. Or at least it seems like it's not. I've really clogged this. Deft Hands permanently gave me the ability to wield 4 weapon styles. And it's a simple skill. Now I can use almost everything. Do you have a throwing knife? No, you gave your alternative knife somewhere else. Ah! That means Doc needs to get out of the way. Okay, see, like this? This means I just get a free weapon, and then later I can switch it out with a different skill. Boom. Alright, blow this man up. Blow this man up so hard. Its base range is 1 to 3. Very cool. It's a shame she doesn't have one more move right here. Bridget. I guess I could... I'm gonna do good damage. Alright, come on, Kira. Alright, that's death. Go team. Go team. Were you adding a gambling music insanity? Because I understand. Walk by the eyes above you. You're inflicted with star blindness when the stardust arrives. Okay. Triggered upon reaching the round limit. Shake their hand. All hit chances 75%. No, thank you. Nope. Sure. I presume I pick one of these? Nope. All right. Do I want to do an elite encounter? Yeah, I guess so. Uh-oh. No. No. Objectives: arrive at the destination. Alternative. Oh, I have to. Okay. Okay. I was like, is this gonna be find the whatnots? No, I guess. Find the route through the thingamajigs. Alright, all the people that have been coming are gonna keep coming. Sorry in advance to the rest of you, but the ride never stops. Gambling forever. These chests aren't going to teleport themselves. Arrive at the destination. Destination. Can it be anyone? It can. Okay. There are 20 chests. I see how it's gonna be. Every chest is locked though. Does anyone have keys? Keys. Keys. Nunyas? What's the point then? I should just leave. Stat swapping elixirs do not lose a stack when consumed by this unit. Sure. The Vinia mage with many skills. Suffer -1 range but gain +7 death. Okay. So she's a physical mage? Just made a physical mage? A 85 crit chance. Oh, can't damage that guy. How much res you got? 15? Yeah, fair. After talking about it, you just had to replay Fates? Which Fates? It matters. Nice. Big level. 25 dex growth. Destroy a foe's weapon, which this unit's equipped weapon has advantage over. Yeah, that doesn't happen. Great option, not for this character. And title. So, yeah. You gotta save the man's life. You gotta be friends, inexplicably. Okay, so I get it, right? Like, my risk is increasing and so is the payout. I get it. Nonetheless, there's only one chest on the board so far that does not require a key. So far it's kind of a waste of time. I think it's 11. I think he dies before chapter 11 if you're not A rank. It doesn't really matter which one it is, though, because, yeah, it is basically for no reason. It's there to shock you, more or less. But that's silly. Oh, they're just stuck at the door? They just hang out? Alright, I'll leave them alone then. I remember there was this whole thing when the game came out that was like alright, no spoilers anyone, except this. This is stupid. Yeah, it's kind of nonsense. To be completely honest, I think what probably happened is they were like, here, we're gonna give you a person that, you know, can/will die, will leave your party, because we're gonna play hardball, and then chicken out because it violates the March principle. Yeah. No, it doesn't make sense from a writing perspective. But you know, man, no daughter should watch their father fall to their death. It's a rule to these things. Yo, this girl's tanky. What if I just stick my funny bow girl back here to do funny bow things? Bread. Yep. I don't know about this one, man. Feels like they weren't quite ballsy enough to make this one make sense. Got 4 slots. Ignore the foe's terrain effects during fights. Kinda baller. You know something? This extract essence is basically not doing anything. I think Kira's just the runaway. She has done everything that is necessary for her personal growth. Now she just steps on things and they die. Not gonna play that loose with it. Empty scroll. Alright, I'm gonna start bringing the group back. I don't think it's worth it to just hang out for all these rounds. Frankly, it doesn't feel very interesting as an encounter. We've avoided gambling music, though. Success? I mean, I guess we're getting pretty close to just being done with the whole thing. Getting basically squat experience, though. Wrecked. This is the hurry up, more chests are coming round. If you wanted to be brutal, you'd make half of these enemies this one. Just make your players sweat some. There's a funny bow. I think so. So what brought me to this game to begin with is it says, okay, I'm gonna try to be a roguelike SRPG, right? And that doesn't feel like it should work. Because it's got to be short enough to give you the roguelike and long enough to give you the SRPG. I think vibesing it out so far, like I think it's probably rougher on the roguelike side because these maps are pretty committal. Like this is a lot of time. But you know, vibesing it out based on 2 acts. But which has been, as of this one, like 9 maps. That's too much damage. We're not gonna take this. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's Ubrando Christmas forever. This wasn't Elite Encounter, and so it could be one of those like this is the like 2% chance event, right? And I just got lucky on my first run. Pot Sanity Guardhouse Christmas? Yes! You get it. I did it! I completed the objective. And now I can further complete the rest of the silly things. And then I just need to end up on a space. Right? Like I need to like Bridget can run on that space probably. Yay, sufficient. That's good. Items looted 5 of 8, but chest plunder 22 of 2, of course. Arcane Ascendancy, your units gain +2 mag during player phase. Librarian, complete 200 codex entries. Thank you. Alright, we are out of time. I'm sorry my people are once again dumb. +1 hindered to random hero. That's just gonna be like 1 turn. 2 out of 5. After reaching 10 stacks of star struck, inflict star blindness. How much did I get? They got 1 each. That doesn't feel bad. Where am I going here? Where's the guy? Ares! You know what I should do before I get on with all this? Kira needs a heal, so let's, bread? This thing is scrolling too fast. Bread? I picked up a lot of things. Invigorated. Club. They're probably not even gonna get in the fight. You got a scroll, which means you gave somebody a skill slot. Which... Here, I can go to Jessica, who I feel like needs one. So there's a lot of stuff going on in that map. I got so many things. A rapier is a light weapon with pocket prick. An item becomes loot. The unit drops the item on depth, cannot target weapons. Goofy. What is unyielding? +1 bonus. Oh, yeah. Longbow, sniper, +1 range. So I could just hit you from further away with my 2 people that shoot bows. Strength of rock. A barrier skill. Put you that's in the convoy. Plot Sanity Guardhouse, or as I like to put it, a head start. It does help. Alright, I don't think we need self bow anymore. Yeah, it looks like the Yumi is a straight upgrade. It's very close to a straight upgrade. Alright, I'm gonna give the Radiant Shortbow to our other friend with the bow. And the longbow. Okay, but, you know, since you're talking about it, like, doesn't Pot Sanity... So, without Pot Sanity, it's like 400 and something checks in the game, right? With Pot Sanity, it's over 1,000, right? And pots are junk checks? So, like, you are putting yourself in a position where there will be more junk checks around. You should get something. But I wouldn't necessarily expect many things. Sorry, friendos, you are always doomed to more green rupees. This is a shield weapon. There you go. Now you can use a thing. Plus 3 HP. Funny choice. You're gonna do grass? Bro. At a certain point, I stop appreciating the chaos. To be quite honest. Yeah, I know. I know. You're a patty main. And Claptrap. Yeah, you're just a psycho. There's no getting around that. A random weapon style they cannot normally learn, and a random weapon style they can normally learn. Okay, so I'm gonna take on Bridget, so they can get the thing, so that I can take... Rapier? There, that makes this cleaner. Yeah, Rapier. And... I don't know if I care about these other ones. There's just too much going on over here. Alright, alright, alright. This is a full map. Sharpshooter game plus 100 hit. Okay, gotta go right up to his face and punch him. We got it. It's the Hawkeye bow guys from Awakening that I hate. Worst ever. Yeah, I know the rando's done. I have not watched it yet. They needed the Empire's help to sever the threads holding the stars back. He killed a god? Every single thing makes her resolve waver. She only ever wavers. It gets worse and worse. That's a 2 crit to kill. I think I would rather attack with the bird. Mods with the transform masks. That is a scientists wanted to know whether they could, so they didn't ask whether they should. Man was not meant to Goron roll across Hyrule Field, okay? Alright, I've apparently put myself in a position where this guy is going to get a shot because I cannot kill him. Oh, maybe Ash. Maybe Ash can. Calm. Nah. No, because I cannot blow him up because she's a level 2 stupid head. She is actually incapable of doing things. So I mistook her for Jessica, standing right here. Nice. Strength of rock! You gotta make the, you gotta make the, like, single-player Majora's Mask combo randomizer. Like, just go ham. Oh, I'm sorry. Beat that one time and hated it. Imagining things like the 3-day timer leaking into Oot. You're just in the middle of a dungeon, then all of a sudden, oops! You forgot! Oh, this is the bad one again. I'm sitting here I'm using my characters thinking they're the good characters, but they're the bad characters. It's the same moon everywhere, Azure. We're just gonna trade blows because we're both 3 range. Probs. Yeah. This man's like, I'd probably be okay. I'd probably throw my controller at most one time. Bro! Alright, they're actually useless. So, well, Nope, can't hit the convoy. UTP Wind Waker for a definitive GameCube randomized experience? That sounds painful. I think it would be hard to do a clean transition between Wind Waker and anything else. Random Ash? Nah. Nah. See reason. I think Link to the Past is a good rando. Azure won't do it with me. Alright, I am running out of ways to smack this guy. So I need to trade. Oh, I can't get to the convoy here either? Brother. This is Gus, so he could potentially kill it. I think Zelda 1 is a very, very interesting case study in something that can be groundbreaking at the time, like just basically rewrite history, and then be something that you legitimately don't necessarily want to play later, like in modern day. It is definitely a like it is probably the most like arcade style in the sense that it really like you have to be okay dying. You have to be okay dying a lot. You have to die to learn stuff. Zelda 1 was the Dark Souls of Zelda. I do agree, though. In the truest sense of that phrase, that collection of words, Zelda 1 is in fact the Dark Souls of Zelda. Oh, I put her in Death Zone. Whoopsie! We have opinions on Triforce Heroes in our household. It is primarily that it is dumb. I guess everyone's gonna have one with nature? The thing about Triforce Heroes is that it was definitely ideated from, we're gonna do Four Swords-ish things. We're gonna do it in a 3DS. We're gonna make it 3 characters. And then they spent 0 additional time on the concept after that point. Like after, they were done. And yeah, the premise is thin, the gameplay is thin. Very odd beast. Yo, my man is not hitting hit rates anymore. He needs to get a skill that will bump his hit rates. Have I played Those Who Rule? No, it's on my wish list. I think they just announced sequel? earlier this week, I think. Let's say deeper learning. Randomly played it 2 weeks ago. All right. All right. We got some. Yeah. Yeah. That's 50 hit and plus 12 POW. That actually kind of makes sense for her. Cause I could go for the things where I just really need the damage. And I could do it from ranges they can't hit me back from, so. Do you have any interest in eugenics? Not particularly. Is this the angry mode? I got angry moded. It says star blindness when Stardust arrives. This looks amazing. So this seems like this trigger is backwards? Or maybe somebody hit me with something else? No, this is Starstruck. This is a different thing. Wait, hang on. Those Who Rule is inspired by Radiant Dawn? You had my attention. Now you have my interest. So I can't. I was gonna heal her, and I can't because the person who heals is star blinded or whatever. Inspired by specifically Oliver. As in the game is committed to beauty, right? Rampage, fight a foe with +1 bonus attack could be really good on a 3-range attack. Caravan and thing. Okay. I think the Unruly Flail has been just kind of discarded. I've never given him another weapon type. So cross counter is not actually doing what it should be. Unfortunately, 0 Olivers in the game. Alright, there's going to be some silly going on here. I think she actually has to potion. 'Cause I think I need them to be not double damaged over here. Alright, so can Guy kill a guy? At not insignificant risk, but everybody that's going to hit him is magic, so that helps. Alright. $50% off right now? I'll take a look. I'm not currently budgeting for another purchase. but I'll take another pass at the trailer and stuff and see, because if we do one run of this and it's a 3-act game, then next week is probably the last one. So I might be looking for something to play here. You know what? I just put 2 and 2 together about how this map's gonna run. I'm underpaced. I have to get to these, whatever, like wherever they are, these, the teleporters, so they can send me to those, so that I can actually get to this dingus. That's just not gonna be fun. Who's still starstruck? Healer Man? Well, thanks for nothing. Yep. Healer Man. Oh, wait. With flying, can I go from one to another? Yay! Yay! I mean, I have to do that multiple times for a bunch of dudes, but that still dramatically accelerates everything. I'm gonna stand in front of you with the Astral equipped, and I'm gonna add a potion so that I can use it and be comfy. There you go, nerd. Alright, I think that scales on cooldown. Where's it at? Where is it at? Oh, here. Cooldown 3. Yep, that's gonna be a long time for me to do it again. I should have put somebody on a butterfly. Never put anybody on a butterfly. Probably a mistake. He's gonna kill himself. Probably. He's probably gonna run into whatever without support. That's bad. That's a bad arrangement. Alright. So if I hit this, potentially I'm just screwed. Oh, I get to pick? Sorry? I get to pick any green. No, not any green. Any space? Not any space. This is confusing. Any green within range. No. No. I just broke the interface. Yes, I did. I actually probably did. Let's see if this fixes itself. Please? Okay, just undid that action. That's okay. That's plenty. Teleport. Sure. Okay. Okay. The music just died. There's no need for music anymore. Don't worry. Eventually, I'm going to trigger the gambler effect, and then we'll just have gambling music instead. Oh, each of those is a one use, huh? I'm going to dislike this so much. They know that was probably a bad choice. She's probably dead. Here, give me your potion. Or I already have a potion, never mind. I'm sorry, he attacked my guard? Yeah, that's bad. Ori, I broke it. I don't know. I just felt like it. That's not a lot of damage. Oh, the teleporter's back on. That's good. That's good. Unfortunately, the people that can reach it suck. Yeah, this is really bad damage-wise. So I guess I just hit you with a knife. Okay. He does definitely need... Oh, that's defense, not dex. Never mind. Um, sure. Use flex tape. For you, my friend. Okay. For a second, I was like, is this section separated from the other section? Yes and no. I actually meant to heal the other one. I couldn't scroll the thing in time, or enough. So I guess I'm hanging out. probably her best shot at survival, just as is. She's not super evasive, so she might die. Might lose my first unit. I can give them bait. Teleport. Just be like, oh, he still has a point of move left. Whee! Just take the stats. Strength. And the bait, who is not good at anything. But dealt damage for the first time. Wow, okay. Hmm. I can't kill this man no matter what I use. So I guess I'll just take the one that I take the least damage. He's double star blind? Is somebody else doing something that's affecting me here? No? Yeah, there's a time limit until the dust rolls in, and it's coming. Well, it didn't actually come into play. It was, let's see, how much health do you have? 26, 34. So if I weaken this guy more, he should attack that, and that'll maybe cure him. Although he's actually got to be able to kill it, so that's too much. But yeah, I finished a mission earlier on the last round that was allowed, and so we didn't actually see the effects. All right, got a lot. I got 2 bows over there. This is the bad unit. These guys are not mobile. That's good. I kill him in one hit either way. Kira level 9. 25% res. Triggered when this unit is defeated. Apply 2 stacks of defibrillate. I think I like what she's got going. I think I'm just going to take the res buff. All right, I'm a little annoyed at that. I needed the thing to scroll, and it didn't work. So I hit wait. Alright, and it just need to do a little damage. Cool, I didn't do any damage. So I'm just gonna kill the guy because I'm worried about two people walking around killing my dudes. One of them being one of my dudes. Ah. So I can't cross over to the other bit with green, can I? Guess I can see if I can push the wall over. Um, hmm. Hmm. My doctor killed himself. Silly things are happening. You just teleported, the interface froze. Uh, I reset the map, it came back, it killed the music. So that's how we got to where we are today. Yeah, music machine broke. And yep. Has reversed advantage and disadvantage, which does not apply. I am going to shoot him because I don't want him to roam around doing stuff. All right, so I can use red teleporters now, but only in range. This is very confusing. Well, okay, it's mildly confusing, but not so much the teleporters themselves as just the map design around them. Like, why would you do this way? Oh, that's okay. That's what happened. I canceled it and froze. That's silly. Silly. Hmm. Well, you know what? You can bleed. What is veiled again? 4 res plus 2 per stack. Okay. Hmm. What is your skill? And yeah, I guess you caught the tail end of uh, we had our first on map death, which you can save the people, and if you save them, they go back to your base. Why would I warp? This is for flying people. If I'm a flying person, if I'm a flying cool guy, I get to warp. Blue, if I'm a flying cool guy, I get to warp. This is such a weird... a weird thing, man. I have to get to these greens so I can warp to those greens. That's what you're telling me. The reds and blues are a different type. I have a teleport potion. Teleport instead of walk while moving. What a great idea! It says if your leader dies, then the map is over. So that would be Lyra specifically. Whee! Better. Better. Yeah. Seems to be. I'm finally using my healing items. That's how the map is shaped out, so. Do you know something? The way that most people play, it's not even a permadeath game. Playing with permadeath means accepting the consequences of your mistakes, which is not how most people play. And I don't necessarily shame them for that, but it is a different game when you play that way. It is a different kind of experience. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's it's more akin to playing like a game where any like all sub whatever are all conditions are mandatory. There you go. Um, actually, um, Dark Deity 2, the difficulty modes. I'm teleporting my bad unit. I should be teleporting my good unit. The higher difficulty modes in Dark Deity 2 actually increase the defeat conditions. That's their tuning for it. So easy mode is like you don't lose. I think you only lose if the main character dies. Normal is like, and well, so in Dark Deity there is no permadeath. In Dark Deity, when people are sufficiently wounded, they retreat, and when they come back for the next map, they have an injury. So and if they survive, if they go to the next map without getting hit, or without dying, then they recover from their injury. So, so yeah, it's a decent workaround around not being particularly fond of permadeath or like not wanting to have permadeath. But I think in easy you only lose if your main character dies or is defeated. In normal you have a limit, which is like three defeats. And then the hard mode it says no, actually everybody must survive. You must keep everybody alive the whole time. So there's a little bit of tuning for the enemies along the way as well. So they do get a little bit stronger and do different things. But yeah, that's their mode. I think it mostly works. I will say that the design philosophy for Dark Deity 2 is similar to Dark Deity 1 in the sense that uh, uh, they are comfortable throwing very powerful things at you with the understanding that you have very powerful options and they have very powerful options. So you want to kind of find the path that uses you get to use yours better than they get to use theirs. Um, so when it works really well. But then every now and then you'll get some silly things. Because there's a character that turns her debuffs into buffs. She's really broken, but then at some points enemies will be able to get around it, and then they're really broken. You have to try to figure out how to get all that in order. So somehow she got big def. Like 21? Yeah. She's got a lot going on. If I put Lyra in the front, I'm basically sentencing her to die. So I'm going to you know what? No, I will do this. Because I think it's faster and that's probably better for me now. And then bam. Veil the group. Oh, the flying dudes are coming. Well, she is basically bait. There we go. I want to be the guy. I categorically avoid all games of the type of I want to be the guy. I have no interest in them. Yeah, I don't bother with the silly goofy platform games that do the funny things. I do not do the getting over it's no. I can respect them as this like parallel art form. I'm not touching them. Is his range 2 to 3? Oh yeah, he's got the okay. Yeah, but I don't want to be frustrated like that. That's basically the whole contention. Is I don't care for that experience. I don't need it. So it's for somebody else. All right. This is a guy that I can finally gamble on. Because I can kill him even if I gamble. You know something that brushes up against something I was saying a while back, not on stream, which is just that so I don't think Silk Song's a 10 out of 10, which I think at this point is not controversial. Well, I think it's probably controversial, but who cares? More importantly, the fervor around it has fallen off. But I think it's not a 10 out of 10 because the designers at Team Cherry were making a game for a person that is very similar to, but not exactly, me. So I think they intentionally designed a game for their perfect audience, and I am slightly outside of their perfect audience, and that's it. That's the difference between it being potentially a 10 out of 10 for me and not being a 10 out of 10 for me. And that's it. I think this is okay. Let's see, hang on. What do you have? Oh, okay, he's gonna hit me an extra time. I mean, I defend straight all the way through that, so maybe I'm fine. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go crazy. For for Siles. For my Among Us name, Sales. Two res minus one def, two speed minus one dex. I do think she could use some speed, but I also think that she's becoming less accurate now. I don't actually know what the scaling is on dex, but speed is useful. I know the tempo of this map is slowed quite a lot. Oh, he's stationary. That's good. We got to almost the end of it. She's in trouble. She needs some assistance. Nobody is nearby. Like 2 turns out at best. But yeah, Silk Song is almost for me. I would put myself in the category that, like, the same category as Ciderman over there. I liked Hollow Knight a little bit better. Uh, I think liking Hollow Knight the way that I did is what makes me confident that they were building for a different audience. Because it's leaning more into the things that they were doing before, including multiple currencies of thing you can lose. But yeah, it's intentionally designed for not quite me, and that's fine. I'm gonna do. I can't do that. They have to be next to me. Okay. There. Well, so one thing that I liked about it was its boss design, which I think is controversial, in the sense that there are people on both sides, like strong opinions on both sides. But I think the boss design seemed like it was very tightly tuned, because I think there were a couple of Hollow Knight bosses. DLC bosses, no. Actually, come to think of it, I think the DLC for Hollow Knight probably presaged the design for Silk Song, but because this DLC like circus boss was hard. Um, but yeah, it seemed like they were very tightly tuned so that you didn't really. There was no like, oh, I got lucky and I beat it. Um, it was I learned this fight, and when I learned this fight, at that point I beat the bosses damageless, more or less. Um, which well, there was another game that I said that about recently. What was that? Oh, I might have broken the game by alt tabbing. Sorry. I was just gonna briefly click through my library because I was pretty sure it was also a PC game, but we'll save that for later. Seems like I hit. Did I hit it? Like fast forward? Yeah, alt fast forward. Okay. 3, 4 more rounds to get to this guy. I did finish Silk Song. I did also go back and do the secret ending thing. But I will also say that I probably enjoyed the third act the least overall. There was more frustration in that act and less enjoyment. And I think probably some of it is that uh, I was exploring less, but also when I was exploring, it was more tedious because I was trying to find the individual small things. I also knew that something was going to or should happen. Went to the place I thought it was going to be. Nothing was there. I hit the trigger for it and then had to go back and it was there. And I always hate it when that happens. Which random overlap with I should have done the other one, so I could have gone straight to red. Random overlap. The Mandalore review that came out this week said the same thing about the Sinking City, about how you could know things and then go to where the trigger should be because it's like, oh, I've already been to the church once, and then nope, it's not there for you yet. Gotta wait. You gotta trigger the specific thing. But yeah, I don't want to whinge about it too much because I do like it. But one of those like your authentic opinion is still your authentic opinion, right? So yeah, well, it's like you when discourse is hot about something, there's more like I guess pressure in both directions to like say or not say certain things because you're like pushing the general consensus in the space in different directions, and then when you come out back to it later and everybody's cooler about it, you can go because in the mode of discourse, like there's not just your opinion, it's also like this jockeying for what the consensus will be about whether something is good or great or terrible, and all of the contributions that different people make are taken in context of how they adjust the consensus, which is a very gnarly way to deal with things and part of why I don't like to discuss things right as they're happening. But like but your authentic opinion is going to be like it's going to help, it's going to taper in one direction or another, right? Like you're going to be more positive or less positive than consensus. So it's still useful to be like authentic. Well, it's useful to be authentic for its own sake, but then in context of a discussion, it's kind of like it's taken as a corrective. I think I'm meandering about this point very badly. Well, I'm saving Kira over here very slowly. Got 2 turns, so I'm basically going to beat the boss before I actually save her butt. It's basically just like, all right, I'm just gonna be concrete about it, right? If somebody thinks something's a 10, and I'm like, nah, that's a 7, right? Like, there's me authentically saying that's a 7, and there's also them perceiving it as, I think your opinion is wrong, right? Uh, or if you take the numbers out of it, you could say like, I think this is great, and I was like, I don't know if it's that great. I have these reasons, right? Both of those expressions are probably authentic and probably represent real opinions. But when you juxtapose them, like I like it a lot, I don't like it that much. Like the second one, how it's perceived is partially colored by how the first one was expressed. So, eh. Or rather, what was expressed by the first one. Because if the first opinion was negative and the second opinion is more positive, then the second opinion could be perceived as trying to pull the first speaker towards a more positive position. It is both meta and also I'm arguing this on the fly, putting this together in my head for the first time, so I don't hold it against you if I didn't communicate it well. I'll probably listen to this later and be like, no, actually you sound like an idiot. You being me. Does he move? He doesn't move. So we're just gonna cleanly break second boss. Actually, do you have range? Apply 2 stacks of once great to this unit. Suffer -2 def and res. When this unit's turn ends, relinquish all once great. Okay. There's a 1 to 2, so I can hit him for 3 range. On the big sword. Well, she has a 3 range spell. People are always trying to influence each other. My honest position is that people are always trying to influence each other. But yeah, it's part. I mean, it's perceived as argument, right? People are going to take it one way or another. It's going to be perceived a particular way. It's going to be perceived differently if you're nudging the other speaker in one direction or another. If the second opinion is more whatever. If the second opinion is different from the first opinion, the first speaker is likely to perceive it as the second speaker is trying to modify their opinion, which may or may not be true, but is still part of the experience of the discussion. All right, I think now what I want to do is I'm going to do a swap so he can hit this person and she can hit that person. Experience. I'm fond of saying calibrate your 0, which is just know what bad looks like so you know how to scale what good is. But you know, but also like zeros are zeros for a reason. The experience when you go through them is bad, so don't spend too much time on it. Well, I do think if you actually enjoy the zero, I mean, one, I probably can't communicate anything to you that's gonna to change anything about that. Uh, to be quite honest. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. There's a threshold where I think someone's probably being contrarian instead of authentic. Uh, if that happens, I'm more likely to stop talking to them rather than try to force it through. Is this a one range move? It sure is. All right, so if I stand here, I do 12 to big man. I don't want to stand there though, because if he hits her and he hits her, that could be really bad. If you're only doing 13 though, you know what? I'm sucking it up. We're equipping the Labe, and we're using the Starfall. All right, you can stay there. All right, so we're gonna go one turn over here, which means no experience for killing the boss, which sucks. Oh wait, no! I killed him in the enemy phase. Nice, lucky for me. Wild card, gain a random stat swapping elixir. Additionally, whenever a unit gains experience from a fight, it's weird that fight's a keyword, it is randomly distributed between all of their stats. If you ask 10 people about Draco, you'll get 11 different descriptions triggered when this memory is acquired. Oh, I got 0 of the chests on that one. I only marked where one of them was. It's fine. This seems scary. All right. Personally, I think the hoof noises should be done now. The boat has horse legs. It's doing the Oregon Trail thing, where you're like having the oxen lead the cart, but they're just touching the bottom of the water the whole time. It's like the oxen are driving a Flintstones car in the water. A Flintstones boat. All right, she's going a dark path. We're looking at the next Velvet Braziria. My first day as Empress shall be my last. Girl. Wait, this is different. Wait. All right, I thought we were gonna. Hmm. Hmm. One last hurrah then. If there's only one map left, 'cause we're in an iffy spot because I should. Ugh, could really just do it. Yeah, that's true. That was a long one for the end of act. 20-minute speed run. Nah, no, I think we hold. Um, I think we come back, we do Act 3, and before we start, I have the next thing loaded up, which I guess potentially could be Those Who Rule, uh, so that we are ready for uh, something else if it goes too fast. So it's still pretty long as far as a roguelike goes, although I suppose that we were kind of doing. We do 4 encounters before the final each time. That's kind of the maximalist route. If you just took the shortest path to the final encounter, which is probably not wise, then maybe it'd be a lot faster. But yeah, I'll say we'll call it here. So thanks for coming out. Thank you, Ciderman, for uh, you know coming in for the first time tonight, hanging out, chatting, and we'll catch you next Wednesday, the 18th, 7 p.m. Eastern, for the end of Astral Throne, and most likely the start of something new. I'll probably keep playing this on my own, but I think there's a lot of stuff in front of it in the queue right now. Talk about post stream lifespan. Yep. So yeah, thanks for coming out, and good night, everybody. See ya.